Hey there, I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, January 3rd. I bet you didn't know January 3rd is a really important day because it's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. And yes, I'm a Capricorn. And today the moon is in Gemini. And also, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is retrograde, and Mars is also retrograde in Gemini. So what does all of that mean? And we have been talking about setting intentions. And which day was New Year's Day? That was Sunday, right? Sunday, I was talking about setting intentions and working with the moon cycle throughout the year to support you in manifesting your goals, to live your highest potential and make the most of the ongoing astrological cycles and the ways that they provide continual opportunities to step into your own greatest good and your own empowerment and ability to complete things and achieve things and do all the things you want to do and live the life you want to live. So we're working on that. Setting intentions. I love, just coming up with an intention statement. And I talked Sunday about how to do that and plant seeds and work with setting positive and clear intentions. And then as we go through the moon cycle, currently right now, we're working, we're in the waxing phase of the moon, building to that full moon that will be in Cancer on Friday. And so the moon is getting bigger each night. That's the time that we want to be putting energy into things and trying things and moving forward and being proactive. So we're in that building phase with the moon in Gemini. Typically, that's when we would be gathering information, educating ourselves, learning things about what's going to support us in our intentions. So, for example, if you, we use the example of exercise. If you're working on having more exercise in your life, you might want to go read about some possibilities, learn about the different gyms you might join or the different programs you might try, and or you might think it through. You might write it out, kind of brainstorming, like, what do you want to try? What's going to work for you? We want to use that Gemini energy to support the thinking process, to support the generation of ideas, the educating ourselves and gathering information, doing some research on how we want to approach things. So that's how we want to use that Gemini moon energy. But we also have to keep in mind that Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is retrograde in Capricorn, and also Mars is retrograde in Gemini, as I mentioned. So there's a little bit of a backward feeling, and so don't get discouraged if you don't feel like you're making progress, because this is actually going to be a very much kind of a soil, creating the fertile ground to implement your plan. So thinking about what kinds of support you need and how to create that soil, that environment, that lifestyle that is going to be part of who you are becoming. And so just those same ways we would maybe add some amendments to the soil, fluff it up, give some attention to that ground that we're planting our seeds in. Think about your life. Think about your daily routine. Think about the emotional support you might need. Think about putting things in place that are going to be part of a support system, an infrastructure that's going to help you accomplish the goals and intentions that you have. So that's what we want to think about with this retrograde energy. Gathering information, but also just really thinking about what are the conditions we want to create, what's the environment, how do we want to go about this, how do we want to think about it, maybe talking some things through before you start implementing and making decisions. Just know that if you do start trying to move forward on things, you might experience frustration. You might find there's some roadblocks or some setbacks because things are retrograde. They're not meant to move forward right now. So the way that you can work with that positively is to, again, think about how to create the right conditions for it to take off when the time is right, when things start to go direct, and when there's more of a feeling of forward movement. But you can really absolutely use this time to put the conditions in place, put things in motion, set yourself up for success, work on your plan. There was a comment on one of my videos about how someone was super appreciative of, this ability to think about things in terms of really putting the energy and time into the planning, and how much that can actually pay off if we are putting that energy into really creating the right groundwork and the right foundation to help us be successful when things do start to move a little bit more easily. So also, so much to talk about. That the Venus is now in Aquarius. Went into Aquarius last night, so which is perfect for my birthday because I love Aquarius energy. The Venus is the energy of beauty, of how we take things in, how we receive, what we value, and what makes us feel good. And so Venus is often, it's the love planet because it's about how we get valued and appreciated, how we value and appreciate others. And so when that's in Aquarius, it's just outside the box. We're doing this in different ways, the ways that we receive, the ways we express appreciation, the way we connect with what we value and what we're grateful for, and how we want to experience that feeling of beauty, of support, of abundance around us. Venus is often thought of as the planet of money, not because it's the planet of abundance, that would be more Jupiter, but because it's the planet of receiving. And so when we receive, we can also open ourselves to receiving money or whatever it is that makes us feel abundant, that makes us feel full and loved and cherished and taken care of, so that we can have the energy we need to do the things we're here to do. So Venus in Aquarius is actually in mutual reception with Uranus in Taurus, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So those planets are supporting each other and providing some of the backdrop of the Capricorn season that we're in, the Capricorn moon cycle. So even though we're doing very Capricorn kinds of things, which is practical, foundation-oriented structures, infrastructures, planning, that has this Aquarian Taurus component to it, which is getting us outside the box to think about it differently, and also to make it beautiful, to make it feel good, to make it something that takes care of us and that we can receive and feel like it's got that beauty in the way that things feel beautiful when they are put together right. When things get organized, when structures are built in a way that is truly elegant, with the engineering, with the construction, with just attention to detail. When things are done well and right, it really brings in that Venus sense of beauty, aesthetic, appreciation, just really think about going that extra mile to make things really valuable and lasting and as beautiful and good as they can be. And how can you continue to make the conditions such that those outcomes will be supported, the beauty and the sense of putting longer term effort into something to really get it right. So that's what we're working on. Thank you for being here. Check out my work at Astrology Heals. mercuryandvenus.com if you're interested in learning more about working with me, getting support for your own process, working with your own chart. I do have openings for one-on-one clients, so check it out and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, and for all your support. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.